Anyone But You is directed by Will Gluck and stars Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. After an amazing first date, Bay and Ben's fiery attraction turns ice cold till they find themselves unexpectedly reunited at a destination wedding in Australia. So they do what any two mature adults would do in this situation: pretend to be a couple, because that's definitely gonna work. I just wanted to watch something different than an action movie really the other day. Now with rom-coms, they're not really the type of genre of films I go to as much, like with action or horrors or thrillers or dramas or adventure. It's just not my kind of comedy film. I like the ones that are like purely comedy or dark comedy, but with rom-coms, I usually find them to be a bit too predictable for my taste. The characters, while I understand, are a bit exaggerative for the story and the type of stories that they are. I always find the characters to be the same. I figured that with this being a more raunchier take on a rom-com, a more naughtier and hornier one, it will feel a bit different from what I'm used to. And it did, but still, this story, the type of story that I've seen many times before, same type of characters I've seen in other films, still played very well by Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell here. Like, these two actors have really good on-screen chemistry. So I will say that Glenn Powell is definitely a much better actor than Sydney Sweeney as an actress. I mean, their chemistry works, but there are times where definitely Sydney Sweeney is not as charismatic or in the right type of mindset for the performance when she's on screen at times. But Glenn Powell is like giving 100% in every scene he's in. He's like the best part of this entire film, the most entertaining, and I really enjoyed him here. But still, their characters are something that I have seen before, and I could definitely tell a mile away where their characters are going to go to by the end of the film. Now, thankfully, the writing and dialogue isn't as bad. Like, there are some funny moments here and there, and there are some good exchanges between them. But definitely there are times where the writing does go a bit for that standard approach for a rom-com. And that's when I feel like the movie is at its worst, when it goes to that more standard feel of a rom-com. And when it tries to be its raunchier stuff that sold itself in the trailers, that's when I seem to enjoy it the most, or whenever Sydney Sweeney or Glenn Powell are on screen together. As for the rest of the cast, I just found them to be there. And I don't think any of their performances, apart from the best friend character or the guy from the Godzilla films, aside from those guys, everyone else just feels like they're lost in the shuffle. Like, I can't tell which character is which, who their names are. I believe there's this one hunky Australian guy with a lot of muscles who's a bit of a dimwit in there. But they don't really do as much with his character as I hope they would. I really hope that they would have done a little bit more with him. There's this one scene with him and Glenn Powell that I found to be pretty funny, actually. But that was it. I honestly couldn't tell you much about this character other than that he's just a dumb hunk. Seriously, I really don't have much to say about this movie. It just goes for the more standard stuff for a rom-com. The characters still feel standard, the storyline is predictable, and you know where it's going to go by the end of the film. But it's not terrible. I did not hate watching this film. I just felt apathetic. There were funny moments. The cast, at least the main two characters, are really good in the movie and enjoyable and fun to watch. The movie looks nice and the locations are nice. So This is like one of the movies where if it plays in the background, just like background noise, and I can enjoy it for that if I need to like put on something. And there are some funny moments here. Like there's some moments that I did got a good laugh out of. But I really don't see myself going back to this film a whole lot. Again, it's just rom-coms, I guess, are just not my genre. I think I have come to that conclusion after watching this and trying to discover the type of genres I like more than others. Rom-coms just don't work for me, I guess. But this is more enjoyable than most I've seen, so I'm going to give Anyone But You a B-. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next time.